was doing well. What time is it? It's like 2:05 p.m. right now. And my face isn't even on here. What am I doing? There I am. Yeah, it's 2:05. Yep, 2:05 p.m. I don't think my brain's really operational today, but I'm gonna truck through it. Uh, There we go. Got my remote. I got everything. I got my drink. I got everything I need. All I need now is to, well, unmute the game first so that anyone can hear something. And so hit that button a couple times, and we're good. Oh, wait. Take part in the event. A little stroll backstage. Shoot, I gotta do that. Uh, One thing I also have to do real quick is my check-in, which is bada bing, bada boom. There it is.
Oh,
Ah,
ow!
what the? Every time I
What's that?
unpause, I get a rock thrown at. Whoever's throwing these freaking rocks at me, I'm going to find you. Anyway, you wanna know something funny? I just looked around just now, thinking about, wait, where am I? Then I forgot I was in Leeway. I completely forgot I was in Leeway. Anyway.
Adventure time! Add Astra.
Right, and since we're hopping back into this, we're hopping right back. We're going right. Well, actually, hang on. There was this that I didn't get a chance to check out. Spread out less than arc minute. That's a weird title, but you know what? We're not gonna focus on that. I only say it's weird because I don't understand how to read it or say it.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Zhongli's good there.
Time for afternoon tea.
This'll do. This'll do. Take your positions, form ranks, muskets up, and take aim and fire. It's a bit odd that you say that those choice of words, considering there's a literal murder case happening. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, repel the enemy advance. Why is my camera always doing that? Come take part in special security and surveillance patrol special event and experience the joy of being a musket sharpshooter. You know, I don't think I like that exactly. The sharpshooter? Not a concept we're too familiar with. I mean, we don't. I mean, I use a sword. That's it. Looking at the stall, the guard setup. Now that discards. Oh, can I read today? My brain just not. Is my brain not into reading today? I don't think it is. Can't help but wonder what the camera. Stop this. This whole thing where you just going like. You want to keep doing that? Stop that. Could possibly have to do with the Fontanelli Film Festival. It's a Super Zenith boss level forces. What in the blazes are you doing here? Whom are you? If you do help me promote my booth, I'll be able to hit my quota for sure. Who in the what now? Thank you. That blah 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 forces thing is another weird nickname for Paimon and Myron, is it? It is. This highly became popular among the members. Of the you called us up. You know what? You know what? I respect the rank. So you recognize my gangster. And I remember we've actually met before, but considering how ordinary looking I am, and the fact that I'm just a mediocre sharpshooter, I'm not surprised I didn't leave much of an impression. Is that Genshin just like realizing that they know how freaking basic looking the NPCs are? I can barely recognize some of them. Anyway, let's just pretend this is our first meeting. I'm Tuna, the Special Security Surveillance Patrol trainee, and I'm in charge of handling all sorts of odd jobs with the patrol. Given how popular the film festival is, the Special Patrol is hoping to ride on its coattails by running a publicity campaign with the aim of spotting hidden talent among the citizenry. Citizenry? I can't. It was like Citizen ENRY. I don't know. Hang on. No, I'm not gonna focus on that one word. So, ta-da, behold the sharpshooting simulator of the You guys see this camera, right? You see the camera doing me, right? It keeps doing that. Stop that. I'm gonna get a new controller. In fact, you know what? Let me check something real quick. I'm gonna check something right here, right now, because this is driving me nuts. No. Nope. Not that one. Not that one. Okay, so I didn't put that on here. Alright, I'm gonna change that right now. What the? Whoa, camera. Okay, then, and paste that link, go like that. And just like that, boom. There we go. There. Now I don't have to worry. Now I put that on. I have now put that on my wish list. Behold the shooting simulator on the table in front of you, known as the 1000 pace Y'all in these long behind names. Can I even pronounce this? 1000 pace interdiction arc-minute sharpshooting zone. It just went nighttime, didn't it? It just went nighttime. I've been here that long. This is a model of 𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 if you switch to wilderness dude, you can switch to wilderness scenery if you want. Much less spectacular than the Court of Fontaine, though. But be disrespecting nature. Anyway, combined with a special pair of optical goggles and that the Fontaine Research Institute developed for us, ain't they all dead? it lets you simulate taking out enemies from on a high, just like from on high, as like a real special patrol sharpshooter. Basically, it's a game where we simulate using a musket and aim and fire at the tigers, right? But the name is so hard to wrap your head around it. Yeah, thank you. That name is ridiculously long. You could just say musket simulating. I came up with the event name based on the famous line of that Captain Chevreuse once exhorted on us, which aptly expressed our lofty aspirations. An outstanding musket sharpshooter always strives for pinpoint accuracy at the distance of 1,000 paces. Your shot grouping should be less than arc in it. I had to tell you this, but I'm pretty sure she got that from a novel. This conversation is starting to drag on a little bit now. Thank you. Alright, let's check this out. Use a limited number of munitions to defeat all enemies. And 1,000 pit. I'm just gonna say sharpshooting zone, because this is y'all gotta chill with these freaking long behind names. This is ridiculous. You will use special optic lenses to aim and shoot opponents. Press the aim button to start aiming. Aim at your targets, and then shoot. Press the shoot button to fire bullets at your target. Your lens is aimed at. Defeat all opponents to complete the challenge. Munitions limited in some scenarios. Utilize limited munition to defeat all enemies. Yeah, that's another good. Why is my stupid stick drift? Get this guy out. No one even noticing him. Good night. Oh, I have to do like that. Got him. This is fun. This is actually fun. You see behind that box? Oh, I swear, I don't know what's going on with this sticky controller right now. It always does this. Got him. Nope, 2 shots. It's huge. You thought you could hide from me. Oh, look at him. He's sleeping. Not anymore. Well, he is sleeping still. He's in a turtle slumber now. Wait for him to get back. Wait for him to walk back. And boom. What the? Damn. Oh, he... This motherfucker. Oh my... Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am... Defeat all enemies while... yeah. Oh, a value target. A high value target may appear in certain scenarios. Defeat all enemies while protecting this target. Yes, yes, I know about that. Nope, none of that. Nope. Nope. Oh, shoot. This thing is really doing this. Come on. No. No. Nope. Stay. Back your head's ridiculous. Die. Huh, that was fun. This is a nice way to, like, just ease into things. You gonna get any closer? Just a little closer. Go ahead. Don't be shy. You should be shy. You should have been real shy. You just deserve that for being stupid. This is a fun game mode. I like this. I would enjoy it more if my controller would stop doing the stupid stick drift. I wish it would be cool if there was like something I can drop on their heads. Unfortunately, I don't get that privilege. Double kill. Double kill. Oh, two idiots over here. Bam. Oh, you bastard. Get your ass. So look like you're gonna run from me. What you think this is? No. No. Simply no. No. Not today. Not happening today. What is that, motherfucker? You take 3, don't you? Oh, no, you take 2. Oh, that was useless. How am I missing? Come on, come on, come on. Move a little faster for me, please. Thank you. And that, my friends, is what I call an assassination. Yeah. I think the main thing that's like slowing me down so much is the little recharge thing. Shoot. Yeah, well, that was ugh. Fun game mode, though. Okay, what other events were there? Because I know there were some more. Oh yeah, I have this now. Oh wait, no. No. I know what I have to do. It's this I have to do. Because the score rate limit's increased, now I can do this more. Oh, that was quick. Switch character. Who do I want to be today? Why not? I'm feeling Daya. Yeah, this time, how about we don't help out the enemies? The other players. I so stupidly earlier, last time I played this, I actually just kept helping other people win the games. Because I thought it was like a group effort kind of game. Where are you going? Yo, Genshin, I'm gonna need you to fix this, because the way these things respond to you, to the person is not at all good. See, look. Is that because I'm losing? Is that because my ping right now? I think it's because of my ping. Well, by one. Whew. Resistance. Oh, that's a good name. That's a good name for it. Okay, come on. Okay, those two I'll probably finish off stream. Anyway, let's get back to this quest, shall we? Give it a shot. Nope. Still purple. Well, I got another Candace. Why does he Give me $2. Hmm. Oh, well, shoot, I already completed all the commissions today. Ain't that something? Now, where is she? There she is. I only got her at C2, really? Huh. No, I'm not waiting on that. Hang on, Jack, give me 1 second. Did you just time skip so that way it's... You know what? That's fair enough. That works for me. And they time skipped again. The sun and moon are just having a time up there, aren't they? Well, the filming and the criminal investigation progressed at a steady pace for the next few days.
Good work, everyone. We're looking to wrap with our 2 main ladies today. I can already smell our success.
Nope, gotta have
What do
autoplay
you
on.
mean, looking to wrap?
It means completing the film of all the scenes.
Oh, aren't you the expert now?
I mean, it's kind of common sense. I'm just saying.
This upcoming scene is the 2 musketeers' final confrontation with the Baron. There will be quite a bit of action, but no choreography beyond what we've already rehearsed. Anyway, get ready. Lights, camera, action!
The view is beautiful tonight. It reminds me of that fateful night 10 years ago. And now that I've said it, I can even make out the faint fragrance of herbal tea in the air.
Enough, villain! It's time that you pay for the death of our mother!
My dear Iris, have you forgotten your manners? How can you speak like this to your own father?
I'd sooner swallow all of my teeth than call you father.
Ooh.
What did I expect? Seems the daughters have turned out to be just as obstinate as their foolish mother. In this world, mora and status is everything. She thought she could blackmail me using her children and force me to grant her recognition and concessions? Ah, how naive can a woman be?
Mother never asked a single thing of you. All she wished was for us to live a peaceful life, just like the others.
It was you who personally brewed the poison of prejudice and sent Mother to her death. Compared to that deadly poison, the 2 bullets that will soon pierce through your heart will be like sweet mercy.
And that's exactly why I said you're just as naive as her. Did you really think 2 muskets would be enough to defeat me? So let's see. What is stronger? Mora and power, or the 2 muskets in your hands? Get them!
Oh, word?
There are too many of them!
It'll be okay. We'll cover each other, Iris. And Mother
Okay,
will be
y'all
watching
just
over
kind
us
of
too.
pop 𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬 on me. I don't even know how to really properly use her. Damn!
Whirling snow!
Come back, man.
Stop right there.
Breathe, bitch. I need 𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬 in my team immediately. That is fun.
To think I'd lose to my own 2 kids.
We are no children of yours, and we'll never call that place our home.
Then tell me, what did you do all this for? You lost your mother, and will soon kill your father as well. What will you gain in the end, other than sentences for your crimes?
We will gain our long-awaited justice.
Whoa!
It's over.
Finally, it's over.
That was pretty cool though. That went pretty hard. First time I played a 𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬 and I just absolutely destroyed 3 guys. I just
So,
walked away from the dead body.
Where will you go now, Tulip?
I'm not too sure, Iris. Maybe somewhere with lots of flowers? After all, Mother always did love going where the blossoms were. What about you?
I want to go visit Mother's grave.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Huh? Tulip, look!
What is it?
It's Mother's favorite. The rainbow rose. Look, it's blooming again.
Excellent! That was beyond mesmerizing. Even I didn't expect this scene to go so well. And we got it in a single take. All right, everyone. We've got a wrap for Tulip and Iris.
Congratulations, Ayaka and 𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬.
And that was amazing. Wait. Yeah, that was an amazing performance. That was awesome.
Thank you. I didn't expect our parts to wrap so quickly. I wish I could savor the experience for just a bit longer.
Honestly, if they wanted to make like a standalone story with this, I would definitely. I both would have definitely either read it, or watched it, or played it.
Paimon totally understands. Paimon's not ready to say goodbye to the clapperboard either. Filming has really been a lot of fun. You were great too, 𝔱𝔬𝔲'. The way you said, long-awaited justice. It gave Paimon chills.
That is indeed my favorite line in the whole book. I still remember trying to act it out in my room the first few times I read it.
Whoa, Paimon would have never guessed you're that type.
Who doesn't like stories where the guilty are punished and justice prevails over evil? Don't forget, I'm the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Captain, I have something urgent to report.
Please excuse me, everyone. I'll be back in just a moment.
It's okay, don't worry about us.
Oh? Was she whisked away by work already? I was just about to tell her how great she did.
It seemed like some urgent official business.
Then perhaps we should thank the stars that we were able to wrap both of your parts so quickly today. Switching around the filming schedule would have been a real pain. Anyway, I actually came over to let everyone know that we're all done for today. You can go home and get some rest. And one last thing, Miss Ayaka. Your acting skills today were immaculate as always. Are you sure you won't consider taking up full-time acting? See, I just happen to know this great troupe that's still looking for a lead actress.
Thank you for your kind words, Director Farina.
Unfortunately, there are still many matters that I have to take care of back home at the 𝔱𝔬𝔱𝔬 Commission. I cannot remain in Fontaine to pursue an acting career. Nevertheless, I will make sure to treasure this incredible opportunity in my heart.
Oh, that's a shame.
But I understand. Just let me know if you ever change your mind. I believe it's also about time for me to take my leave. But hopefully I'll see you on set over the next few days. Even though my part's wrapped, I'd still like to swing by and help out the crew. See you tomorrow, Traveler and Paimon.
Yep, see you tomorrow! Well, what should we do next? Maybe we'll go investigate the case some more with 𝔱𝔬𝔱𝔬 today.
Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
Oh, shoot, you just came at me with a serious tone.
You could say that our ship has finally chanced upon one of those small, remote islands of intel.
Wink. Double ah.
Paimon's exhausted. Paimon definitely didn't expect having to float this far after a full day of filming. So, 𝔱𝔬𝔱𝔬𝔱𝔬, why did you take us here?
Did you find a new clue?
Affirmative. It wasn't anything conclusive, but it should show us a clear way forward. Have you ever heard of someone by the name of Emily?
Oh, you mean that famous perfumer?
She's a good friend of mine. She's lent me her aid several times in the past to resolve some difficult cases. After I discovered the rainbow rose at the scene of the murder, I sent it to her. After all, she's probably the foremost expert on flowers and scents in all of Fontaine.
And then?
There was nothing remarkable about the flower or the trace amounts of soil left on it. But according to Emily, the rainbow rose left by the killer was derived from a very rare cultivar.
Huh. Paimon didn't know that there were different varieties of rainbow rose. Paimon just thought they grew everywhere in the wild.
Flowers that are deliberately cultivated will always show some different features from those that bloom in the wild. We already knew that the rose left at the scene belonged to a special cultivar, but with Emily's expertise, we were able to pinpoint the place where it was first picked from.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. So whoever first planted that rainbow rose was probably the killer.
Precisely. And after we checked what we learned against some sales records from the past, we discovered that there's only one person in all of Fontaine who could grow and sell this specific cultivar.
Really? And who is it?
It's the novelist.
But didn't you say he had an alibi?
To be clear, I haven't changed my mind about him. I still don't think he was the one who pulled the trigger. However, that doesn't mean the true culprit never visited him at his home or never purchased a rainbow rose from his garden. Whatever the case, we will have to confirm a number of things with him.
So you mean the next place we need to go is...
Yes, we're going to pay him a visit at his home.
Are we breaking and entering, or what? Like, you just gotta tell me, I already got a character who's got something big to swing on it. Is that his house down there?
That should be his house.
There are so many Gardamex stationed around the place. That's pretty unusual, right?
According to what he told me last time we spoke, he hired them so he won't be harassed or disturbed.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. 𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔮1, thank you for the follow. So I had to read the name real quick so I could really process how to say it.
Garden, but Paimon doesn't think we'll be able to pick one without alerting the Gardemex.
Right, which is exactly why I think there has to be a special connection between him and the killer.
So, should we knock?
Just wait here for now. I'd like to take care of a number of those Gardemex first.
But they're so far away. How are you planning to do that?
Don't forget, Paimon. I'm actually the real-life captain of the Musketeers.
Shoo. Are we sniping? Are we sniping? Press the aim button to start aiming with an enemy. Aim at the enemy and press the shoot button to fire bullets at the target while you're aiming at it. What's up? I think I got a lot of practice with this. Hello? I want this to be a regular thing I can do with 𝔱𝔬𝔱𝔬𝔬. Boom, headshot.
All clear. Let's go.
Wait! Paimon's a little nervous now that we know he could be the killer. Can we go over our plan of action again?
Very warm wishes for Christmas and New Year to my wonderful friend. Oh, thank you.
I'll go knock on the door and make sure it's safe inside. Once we're sure that we're in the clear, I'll ask him to come with us for a quick round of questioning at the guard's headquarters.
But can't we just arrest him?
We still have no evidence that he's the killer, or that he lent the killer any direct aid. Still, it would be appreciated if you could pick a rainbow rose from his garden for me while I'm talking to him. It'll help the 𝔬𝔱𝔬𝔬 Phantom confirm Emily's theory.
Sure, no problem. Just be careful, 𝔱𝔬𝔱𝔬𝔬.
As silent as the night.
Excuse me, Mr. Baptiste, are you home?
Who could it be at this hour? Oh, it's you, Officer 𝔱𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔬𝔬.
Would you mind accompanying me to the guard's headquarters, Mr. Baptiste? We would like to ask you some questions about a case.
Oh, is it still regarding the murder case from before?
I cannot confirm or deny that at this time.
So it is then.
Listen, I need you to come with me, Mr. Baptiste.
Miss 𝔱𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔬, I'll save you the trouble. Oh, and you two over there? There's no need for you to pick my flowers either. It's not time for them to bloom yet.
The hell?
Oh! Okay.
By saving me the trouble, you mean...
I'm watching your stream. You're doing great. Oh, thanks. I made affiliate not too long ago. About last week, actually, so... Now we are now making money, and I'm happy to be affiliate. So we now have these channel report themes. Like for instance, I can now do this, which I'm sure people are going to have real fun with.
I will confess, I was the killer.
Okay.
Huh?
I don't believe him, but damn.
Please relax, everyone. I'm not armed. The musket you're looking for has been buried in my backyard.
Then it's my responsibility to inform you, Mr. Baptiste, that everything you say right now will be used as evidence for the inevitable trial.
Yes, I am perfectly aware of that.
I must say, I hate this feeling.
To be honest, your PNG alpha is awesome. I really like your hairstyle. Oh, things you can thank my designer DJ. She should be in my credits down below. Should be. Nah, she is. She's most definitely is.
Oh? Is it because I confessed? Or because you've been proven wrong?
Both, I suppose.
The guy in the flip I can't pronounce it. Why'd you kill him?
For the same reason as the one I wrote out in my novel, of course. I did it to exact revenge. I know you haven't figured out the link between the two of us. Had you done so, I'd have been taken away to the headquarters a long time ago. But that won't stop me from always remembering his grotesque face. After all, he was the one who killed my mother.
Your mother is still healthy and well.
You know, I was adopted as a child. I was referring to my birth mother.
That was never recorded in the orphanage's records.
Please forgive a 6-year-old child for concocting some lies to protect himself after watching his mother die right in front of him.
Ew.
So, your novel, it was
Well,
like a record of your life?
No, of course not. It was a work of fiction with many embellished parts. But I am indeed the illegitimate son of a wealthy and influential man who abused his power to murder my mother. That part was 100% real.
But the man you killed didn't have a Mora to his name.
He was a hired assassin, an irredeemable beast who sank his fangs into a defenseless woman just for a few bags of Mora.
But if that's really the truth, you wouldn't be telling us any of this now. You still haven't managed to take revenge against your father, the true mastermind behind it all.
Do you stream daily or only sometimes? Oh, just as of right now, my streams are. I don't have a consistent streaming thing, considering I'm in between moving right now. So I don't have an official schedule until things calm down a bit and we're settled somewhere. So until then, it's right now my streams are gonna be at random.
I never thought I'd hear that kind of thing from the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
I'm simply skeptical about your motives.
It's simple, really. I've grown tired of everything and don't want to shoulder this burden anymore. You may have considered me too soft to pull the trigger. Well, as it turns out, you are exactly right. I've become overwhelmed by the aftermath of the murder.
So you're going to call a stop to your revenge, just like that?
The true mastermind is too rich and too powerful for me. I've accepted that I will never be able to avenge my mother alone.
And so what? The characters in your book never gave up.
Now, Officer 𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬, I'm the one who has killed a man, aren't I? Are you trying to convince me to commit another crime?
What's your father's name? How do you plan to prove the veracity of all of your claims?
Well, I'd like to speak with you privately.
Sure. Why don't we speak privately at the guard's headquarters?
No, it has to be here. I must ensure that we won't be overheard.
Fine. Let's talk here.
When I said won't be overheard, I meant by anyone.
Wow, 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 wow. You suck. You just sit there right in front of me, man. Just, like, right in front of me.
I would like to speak with you and you alone.
Well, I have cool ideas for your channel and based on your current PNG if you want to listen. I'm actually a mom of 5 VTubers. Yeah, we can go somewhere else for now.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Please stay safe, 𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬𝔮.
All right. Let's hear it.
Will you really believe what I'm about to say?
Well, that depends on what you're going to tell me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then listen closely.
That had to have been a bot. Yeah, that had to have been a bot. Yeah, I'm sorry. The vibes I was getting, that had to have been a bot.
So that's how it's all connected.
So, it seems you believe me after all.
Do you want me to go public with this?
No, of course not. At least, not right now.
Then why did you bother telling me?
You've read my work. What do you think? Even if you were to go public with all of this right now, he'd simply deny everything. It's been too long. Almost 20 years. Anything that could be used as evidence has long faded away. Even if there might have been a solitary island of truth once upon a time, it has long sunk beneath the waves by now. Justice will never find him.
Not if you don't try.
I know that as the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, you will always stand on the side of justice. But do you really think a cushy life in prison really constitutes justice for him? I bet he could lead an extremely comfortable life in the fortress of Meripede.
What are you trying to say?
I've been observing you from a distance. Your portrayal of the musketeer was exquisite. Pull the trigger of justice against him. Let the villain get what he deserves.
You want me to let you go so you may complete your revenge?
No, Officer 𝔱𝔬𝔲'. I know that would be impossible. No. What I'd like is for you to perform the deed on my behalf.
Meanwhile, not far away.
Oh, 𝔱𝔬𝔲'sure is taking her time. What could they be talking about anyway? Oh, Paimon's worried. What if he decided to attack her?
I have full confidence in 𝔱𝔬𝔲''s fighting skills. Yeah, I'm about to say, if anything, he's the one I'd be worried about.
Oh, you do have a point. Still, do you have any idea who the rich person might be? And why the novelist doesn't want us to hear what he's saying to 𝔱𝔬𝔲'?
Sorry to keep you waiting, you two.
Hey, how did your talk go?
Did you figure out the rich person he mentioned was?
I've already sent someone to escort Baptiste back to the headquarters for questioning. He wasn't lying about the musket. It was indeed buried in his backyard.
But what about the name? Did he tell you the name of the rich guy?
Yes, he did. But for now, I have to return to the Special Patrol. There are still a few loose ends I need to tie up.
What's going on? It feels like she's keeping something from us.
I'll probably be quite busy over the next few days, so apologies if you don't see me on set.
All right, Paimon understands if you can't tell us everything you know. We'll just keep an eye on the Steambird then.
Actually, there's still something else I need your help with.
don't you see me? I'm all the way over here. Well, shoot.
We haven't seen 𝔱𝔬𝔱𝔬 since that night at Baptiste's place. Well, guess there's no point in worrying about it now. Let's go join up with the others.
I would argue there's plenty of point of worrying about it now. Anyway. Nailed it.
Good morning! Hayaka and I were just talking about you.
Is 𝔱𝔬𝔱𝔬 still not joining us today?
Probably not. We haven't seen her either.
Huh? That's such a pity. Director Farina said that we've only got a few small scenes left before wrapping up the entire thing. She even said that she'll get me into a couple scenes, so everyone will have a chance to shine in front of the camera.
We were also planning on having a victory feast once we're all finished filming. You can join us, right?
Yeah, of course, why not?
If only 𝔱𝔬𝔱𝔬 was here. I still haven't taken a photo with her.
I'm afraid that can't be helped. Those special patrol folks are like phantoms when they've got a case on their hands.
But to be honest, I'm even more concerned by what I read in the Steambird earlier this morning. It said that the killer in the murder case was none other than the author of the 2 Musketeers.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too. He came forward and confessed his crimes, but gave no explanation as to why he pulled the trigger. We didn't know about this case at all when we joined the film. Is it going to affect the reception of our work?
From a pure publicity standpoint, this will draw a lot more attention to our film. I have to say, though, that no director can be perfectly comfortable with garnering attention through means other than artistic skill.
To be fair, I feel like that ship sailed the moment you allowed yourself to be named as the director on our posters.
Yeah.
It's not my fault that I'm super popular. What was that saying again? My popularity has,
Sunk to an all-time low?
Well, damn. Well, damn, she already had to do it like that.
spread to the 4 corners of Teyvat.
Nah, cause that was crazy. Nah, cause that was crazy. She already went for the throat.
Excuse me, everyone.
Xavier! Feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
I've been talking non-stop with the Film Association, and I'm absolutely swamped trying to coordinate the film's marketing. So forgive me for not being around more often, but please believe me when I say that I will make sure everyone's hard work gets the exposure it deserves.
Oh, seems like you've been fighting your own battles.
Yes, that's one way to put it. Oh, and before we begin the final round of filming, please allow me to finally introduce you to the original investor of our film, Mr. Morris.
A pleasure to meet you all.
Yes, glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. Morris. We've heard about the issues you've encountered with your financial situation, and genuinely hope that things have taken a turn for the better.
Oh, well, the situation has indeed improved somewhat.
Don't worry, Mr. Morris. Accidents and last-minute challenges happen all the time. There's no need to blame yourself over it. The good news is that we're almost done filming now, and I would even say that this is the best story I've ever seen.
Is that so? I see, that's great news.
All right, now that we've gotten all the pleasantries out of the way, let's get this show on the road. We'll mostly be filming typical people and scenery from the streets today to improve the sense of environmental ambiance in some parts of the film. Oh, and there'll be a cameo for Mr. Kamisato and Miss 𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬 as well. They'll be used to show outsider perspectives on the fates of the two musketeers.
That's right. Ayato should be here any minute.
Excellent! Then let's start with the scenery shots. Camera and clapper loader, you're up.
Yep, we'll be ready.
Remember, all we need are some wide zoom shots of the streets. If you happen to find some particularly lovely patches of flowers and grass, feel free to grab some close-ups of those as well. Ready? Lights! Camera! Action! Okay, now move the camera slowly. Try to focus on that flower. What's wrong? Just adjust the focal length a bit. Something the matter?
The camera seems to be broken. It's not responding like usual.
Huh? But wasn't it working fine for all the days before? Veronique, can we try a different camera?
No problem. How about this one?
All right, let's give it another try. Lights! Camera! Action!
What the fuck?
Don't tell me. This one is broken too? Veronique, do we have any other spare ones we can use?
I'm afraid we only brought these two today.
What? Then go find a workshop to get them repaired right away. Oh, and you too, Bono. Go find our spare camera in the warehouse and bring it back to the set.
On it.
Oh no. That's an interesting
Greetings,
name, but...
everyone. My apologies for the delay.
I almost forgot you were here.
Is something the matter, Ayaka?
It seems like there are some issues with the filming equipment today. We're stuck for the moment.
I see.
Well, let's not just stand here twiddling our thumbs. Actors, to the makeup booth. We'll start on the next scene as soon as we get a working camera.
After some time, Veronique returns the paired
The people
cameras.
at the workshop told me that the part which holds the lens in place seemed to have fallen off. That's super strange. It was perfectly fine just yesterday.
Well, no time to dwell on that now. Let's get back to filming. Ahem! Quiet on set! Places, everyone! Lights! Camera! Action!
By the way, have you heard about that recent murder case?
Yes, I have. It seems that they've caused quite the commotion in the city.
I heard that the chief of the guards is so mad about not catching the culprit that he's about to explode.
Oh? I find that quite hard to imagine, considering how he already looks most days.
Director, we have a problem.
Oh, we're in the middle of a take! Couldn't you wait until we wrapped up this scene?
No, Director, our film, all the finalized film that we've been keeping in the case has disappeared.
Oh, wait,
excuse me?
what did you say?
Mr. Bono, please take me to where the film was kept right away.
I'm coming too.
No, 𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬, you have to stay here. Oh. Okay,
That's just got interesting.
listen up. Everyone who's not working on this current scene can go with Bono to look for the film. Everyone else, stay put and wrap up the scene. Unbelievable. How could all these problems happen in just one day?
After some time.
We're back.
Wow.
How did it go? Did you find the film?
We found it in the sewers.
Huh?
Huh?
In the sewers? Is the film still okay?
We discovered it just in time, so we should still be able to salvage it. The others are checking now to see if we lost any specific scenes.
You scared me for a moment there. I nearly thought we had lost everything. I really don't want to experience that feeling of despair again.
Okay, but who could have stolen the film and dumped it there?
More specifically, why?
Could it be some competitors working on other films?
But if they wanted to harass us, why wait until the last day?
Okay, we don't have time to really look into it right now. Let's strike while the iron is still hot and wrap this thing up once and for all.
Yeah, let's finish it.
Thanks to everyone's efforts, you finally wrap up the film, even though exploiting the situation problem struggled there and God damn it!
I would like to officially announce that our entry to the festival, The Two Musketeers, has now concluded filming!
Paimon is spent. It's so late already.
Even though the filming process proved to be extremely challenging, everyone provided valuable and unique contributions to the final product. Thank you all for your dedication and support.
And just like Director Farina, I would also like to extend my most heartfelt thanks to all of you. Really, you've all helped me so much.
All right, let's save the awards speech for later, and hopefully also get some rehearsals in before the real thing. Anyway, now it's time to party! Let's all make our way to the beach and have a celebration feast so loud and fun that even the blubber beast will want in.
Party, party! Paimon wants to party! Whoa, this place is hopping. Everyone's finally getting to relax after wrapping up the film. Let's go chat with someone.
Have you ever seen a fireworks show, Mr. Morris? It's pretty amazing.
I'm afraid I haven't, but I'll take your word for it.
Okay, I like that. Whenever they zoom in on the people kind of having the conversation, instead of like having me just stand there in the middle of the frame.
This is turning out to be quite the party.
You have interesting high heels.
Hey, Ayato! How's your work been going?
Everything went rather smoothly. Thank you for your concern.
Ayato told me that we've already confirmed the dates for some 𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔲 cultural exchange events. So the next time we visit, we'll be doing so in our capacities as the representatives of the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, that's great! Then maybe Paimon will be able to find Fontaine detective novels in Inazuma from now on. Oh, wait. Wouldn't Yaimiko get upset if that happens? That would be stealing some of her business.
As long as the novels aren't sufficiently interesting, I don't think she'll mind.
You've got a point. She's always complaining that light novels have become bland and too predictable after all.
The cultural exchange won't only feature literatures of both nations, of course. We have also made plans for cross-cultural engagements in the fields of gourmet cuisine, toy making, and artisan craftsmanship.
Whoa! Paimon's getting super excited now!
When the time comes, be sure to visit and participate in all the events.
You know, the utter mention of her name made me think she was gonna pop up behind or something. That woman scares me. Okay, we're good. We're good.
I was thinking, if this film turns out to be a success, Could I ask the two of you to stay and be a part of my crew? Of course, I'll definitely increase the pay for next time.
I'd be more than happy to, Mr. 𝔷𝔬𝔲'.
Thank you for the offer, Mr. 𝔷𝔬𝔲', but I've made some plans to go on a journey to the other nations once the festival is over.
Is that so? Well, then in that case, bon voyage, Miss Veronique. Please feel free to get in touch once you've returned to Fontaine.
Dang, I got a whole banquet up here.
My darling clapper loader and camera operator, you've both worked really hard.
Paimon thinks you worked even harder than us. Honestly, Paimon was getting a little tired of playing with the clapperboard by the end of it. Worst of all, Paimon started having dreams of you shouting, "Lights, camera, action!" into Paimon's ears. The actual dream can't even start until you've yelled that.
Wow.
Hey, if anything, shouldn't I be more grand and delightful than your dreams? We've been through so much together, and that's how your brain remembers me?
That's not Paimon's fault. We've just used the clapperboard too much lately.
Anyway, what's most important is that we've wrapped the film. I'm pretty confident that we'll take first prize.
You mean the Farina Award?
Hey, no need to mention the official name.
Wait, now that you mention it, if we did win the prize, would Farina just get a statue of herself?
Come on,
Yeah.
I don't need that kind of attention. 𝔷𝔬𝔲' can accept the reward on our behalf.
But just imagine! Farina accepting the Farina Award and holding a Farina statue.
I'm going back to my dessert now. You all can keep discussing that on your own.
So silly thought. And now I gotta talk to Shiori? I'm about to say call her Chevris. There's a lot of Chevs.
Shiori!
Hey, you two.
Are you not really into these kinds of big social occasions?
Not particularly. But this is still better than Fontaine Fashion Week.
But if this film becomes a big hit, people will definitely come flocking to your shop.
Yes, that's highly likely. As long as the film can premiere as planned.
Are you still worried about the case?
That and all the obstacles we had to face today.
You're right. It's as if all our bad luck just manifested at once.
But why today of all days? No, it's nothing. We've already delivered the film to the editors, so there should be nothing more to worry about.
How are you doing, Mr. Morris? You having a good time?
Well, you could say that. Do you happen to know when the party is scheduled to end?
Judging by how much fun everyone's having, I'd say probably not until well after midnight. Is there something that you still have to take care of at home, Mr. Morris?
Oh, well, I'm just not a late night person, so I might take off shortly.
Oh no! Silly me. I almost forgot something super important.
Oh, what is it?
I prepared a whole batch of fireworks for the party, but I forgot to bring them over from the warehouse.
Fireworks, you say? Well, that's truly a pity. Sorry things didn't go as planned.
Could you help me carry them over, Mr. Morris? I won't be able to fetch all of them by myself.
Me? Are you sure that you can't find anyone else?
I just wanted to make this a surprise for everyone. The warehouse isn't far from here. We'll be there in no time. Pretty please, Mr. Morris. These are some of the best fireworks I've ever made. So I also want you to see them before you leave. They're stunning. I promise that they'll be a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you'll never forget.
But...
It's okay. Just come with me. If we're sneaky enough, nobody else will see us leaving.
Something seems off.
All right.
I don't like this.
The warehouse is right over here. I moved the fireworks there in advance, so it shouldn't be too much work bringing them back.
It's still a ways away from the party.
Sorry about that, Mr. Morris. It's probably because I'm used to carrying fireworks all the time, so it doesn't feel like a lot of work to me.
Into the warehouse.
It's dark in here. Wait here, Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere over here.
Why did I have to get roped into this? What was that?
Don't be a scout.
Get me out! Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd get away, Morris?
You gotta kill my girl, Yoimi.
You've got the wrong guy. It wasn't
There ain't
me.
no way she healed her. No way she.
The killer.
You know, 𝔠𝔲𝔲 died a far more
actually
heroic
kinda
death
terrifying.
than this. She fought your assassin to the end, to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards. That is 𝔠𝔲𝔲's pendant. The one with a photo of you two inside. The one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake. It has to be. There's no way.
No way your assassin didn't destroy it, you mean? Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please. Listen to me. I told Eliza to keep us a secret. I paid her plenty for her silence. I never thought she'd keep the child. Everything was gonna come out, and I had no choice. She forced my hand. No! I'm begging you. I have money. Just name your price, please.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell. I'm Captain 𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬 of the Special Patrol. Morris, you're under arrest for 𝔠𝔲𝔲's murder.
Huh?
And that's a wrap, folks. Holy crap, don't scare me like that ever again. Oh,
You're under arrest too, prop manager Veronique. Or perhaps I should call you the second musketeer.
what you gonna do? Shoot at me? You gonna shoot at me? Do it, bitch. I dare you.
What's going on? This wasn't in the script.
Okay, I'll tell you what's going on. A freaking plot twist I didn't see coming. Because I thought she was about to kill him, actually.
Drop the gun, Veronique.
Why? Why would you keep me from exacting revenge on this heartless monster?
Drop your weapon. This is my final warning.
What is going on?
Do I have to spell it out for you, Morris? Everything that took place just now was staged to get you to confess the truth. But this last part is all improv, of course.
𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬, you told us you wanted us to help you stage a play. You never said anything about the second musketeer.
It's because even I had no way to confirm my theory until now. Thank you for your performance, 𝔱𝔬𝔲. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other Special Patrol members? They should be on standby just outside. Oh, and please tell the other cast members not to worry about us. We'll be rejoining them shortly.
On it.
So what do you think, Morris? Care to talk about what happened 20 years ago? My patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back to the interrogation room. I'd wager that you wouldn't last for more than a minute in there. With the recording we made, you have no chance of winning in court. Cooperating with us now is the most practical move.
All right. I'll talk. I hired an assassin to murder Elisa. She once worked as a maid on my family's estate. She was very beautiful, and after some time I fell for her. We kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but it wasn't long before she became pregnant. And if my parents ever found out, they would have stripped me of my inheritance and status, driven me out of my home. I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far away with her.
She believed that you were truly in love with her.
I didn't have a choice. I gave her a large sum of mora, told her to leave the family and to get rid of the baby. But then years later, she sent me a letter. That there were photos of 2 children, and she even asked if I could find some time to visit them.
Huh? 2 children? Paimon thought Baptiste was the only... you mean...
Even if she had the children against your will, you could have just ignored the letter entirely. Why kill her?
I had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another wealthy family. So if anyone were to find out about Elisa, my life would be completely ruined. I didn't have a choice.
No. You always had a choice. You just made the wrong choice. Again.
Do you know how it feels to watch your mother be killed right in front of you? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasping each other's hands like a lifeline. We were so terrified that we didn't even know we could ever take a breath. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back, and then collapse to the floor. Even after the assassin left, we were still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. It was only until the next evening when we finally climbed out and gathered around our mother. But she had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
You made up your mind right then and there to bring this case to light.
Not only that, we resolved to get our revenge.
And that's why you became the Musketeers.
No, that's why I became a Musketeer. The man from before was also killed by me. My brother had nothing to do with it.
I figured as much.
I did as well.
You did?
I once told these two that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night also rubbed me the wrong way. I think what really tipped me off was, how could I not feel a sense of regret in him?
Huh?
He confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met, but he didn't say a single word about you. He insisted that he was the sole perpetrator in the case. But after the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard, put it in front of him, and told him to reassemble it. Wanna guess how far he got? He had no idea where to even start. He's never touched a gun in his life. Based on that, I determined that he was not acting alone. He only surrendered himself to draw our attention and create a moment of opportunity for his partner. So, I decided to play along. And as expected, the second musketeer followed us without hesitation once she saw Morris get separated from the rest of the cast. Besides, why else would he call the novel The Two Musketeers?
But how did you know it was Veronique?
I figured it out the moment Baptiste told me his father's name. That so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any source of funding. After all, he has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story. It's really just the same thing as what he did to Elisa all those years ago.
Human scum.
But then 𝔞𝔲𝔲 pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that. With the killer in custody, He figured it was safe to act. And so he came to visit the set today, just as I expected.
Wait, so you were behind all those mishaps today?
If he hits us with a "would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids," I'm gonna kill him.
As for the identity of the second musketeer, I assumed they'd probably stay close to Morris and look for an opening. And if they already knew that Morris was the film's investor, then that narrowed the list of potential suspects as well. Furthermore, being the props manager would allow the culprit to avoid scrutiny by purchasing mechanical parts in the name of the crew. With that hypothesis in mind, I went back to check Baptiste's orphanage adoption records. Guess whose name I saw on the same page, just a few lines from his.
My brother. He trusted you.
As in, he trusted me to perform the deed on his behalf?
He trusted you to stand on the side of justice.
I am.
I thought you could do it as well. Oh, the look on your face when you told him to go to hell. I really thought you'd put a bullet in his brain. You know what he has done. Are you telling me that you'd rather see him spend the rest of his life living like a king in the fortress of Meropide? I will never be able to forget the feeling of my mother's cold, lifeless hands. And you would call this ending fair? Is this what you call justice?
I won't lie, Veronique. I did hesitate when your brother first told me about the truth. I wondered. I agonized over whether I should really put a bullet in his head.
So why don't you?
Because that should never be how justice is carried out in this world. Perhaps, to you, justice is simply reciprocated. An eye for an eye, and a life for a life. But everyone has their own understanding of justice. If everyone were to pursue their own definition of it, there would be no more order in this world. Today, you'll kill Morris, and tomorrow, his children may come for you. The world cannot render judgments based on a desire for revenge. That will only lead to a cycle of revenge, as well as the destruction of order and civilized society. Fontaine is founded on a set of laws and a standardized code of justice. That is why we are the nation of justice. But with all that said, I will promise you this. Morris will not lead a cushy life in the fortress of Meropide.
𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔩𝔬𝔮, the rest of the special patrol is here.
Thank you so much, 𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔯𝔬𝔮. Letelier, Tirena, please take them away.
I still can't agree with your reasoning.
I know.
Justice has not been delivered. At least, not today.
𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔲.
Let's go. We should give an explanation to the crew.
Are you okay? Well, I think you made the right call.
Thank you for your concern. I'm fine. I'm just thinking about the things in life that have driven people to take justice into their own hands.
Who would have thought Morris would turn out to be... I'm at a loss of words. How could he have done something like this?
I'm just glad that you're all safe and sound. Who knew that such a labyrinth of cases would be behind this story?
Well, what should we do now? We have a finished film, of course, but should we still go ahead with the premiere?
What do you mean? Shouldn't you be even more motivated to spread the word now that you've learned the truth?
Chiori is right. I'd also like more people to see this story for themselves.
But the real ending of the story seems to have deviated somewhat from the one in the script. Is that still acceptable to you, Miss 𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔮?
The call is yours. We still have time to reshoot an ending if that's what you'd like.
No, it's fine as is. I like what we have for the catharsis. Romanticism is what gives works of art their appeal. Fiction is able to explore means of restitution that could never work in real life. Just like the real world, the world of stories also has its own set of rules and justice. These different possibilities are what initially drew me to reading in the first place.
Sounds good to me. I support your decision.
What about Veronique? Will she be okay?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother and Morris. If I had to guess, they'll probably all be sent to the fortress of Meripede. I'll make sure to give Wriothesley a heads up about it.
Oh, you mean that kind of heads up?
Exactly.
Ahem. All right, then the matter's settled. Now that everything's been taken care of, there's no reason for us to keep looking all gloomy and grumpy. Let's get back to the feast and enjoy each other's company. We'll be starting the post-production process tomorrow. You should join us, 𝔱𝔬𝔱𝔬𝔬. You missed the first few hours of the party, didn't you?
All right. Count me in.
Then I'll wait for you over there. There's still some good news that I'd like to share with 𝔱𝔬𝔱𝔬𝔮.
Traveler, Paimon, could you wait for me by the sea after the party ends? I'd like to go on a brief walk with the two of you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Hey, y'all playing GDCification over there?
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, we weren't waiting long at all. Is there something else you wanted to tell us?
No, I don't have anything new to share. I just felt that since you were my investigation partners, I should have another conversation with the two of you. Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request if you were in my shoes?
I don't know.
When I was young, my father often took me here to swim. We'd come rain or shine, even when it was freezing cold. He told me that swimming was the best activity to train one's strength of will. You could never give up before reaching the shore, especially when the water was cold.
Oh? Why's that?
Because the moment you give up would be the moment you die. At that point, I still hadn't received my vision. One winter, the chilly wind felt almost like knives on my skin, and the seawater was so frigid that it numbed my toes the moment I stepped in. I cried and begged my father to spare me from having to swim across, but he wouldn't listen. He used to be a member of the Special Patrol as well. You could say it was his way of educating his children.
That sounds awful.
When he saw that I wouldn't stop crying, he just picked me up and tossed me into the icy water. The bone-chilling cold took away my senses. I couldn't feel anything but fear and rage. I waited for my father to save me, but one look and I knew he'd already started swimming for the opposite shore. I realized that if I were to give up, I really would die right then and there. I used all of my strength to try and catch up to my father. Those few minutes felt longer than my whole life up until that point. I did, however, make it to the other side. I've never felt afraid about anything in my life after that, nor have I ever cried again.
That way of teaching would have never worked on Paimon.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right method for anyone.
Yeah.
It's just that, working now as I am in the pursuit of justice, I still sometimes feel like I've been tossed into that winter sea all over again. The anger and the helplessness.
𝔱𝔬𝔱𝔬𝔮.
But the worse I feel, the more I know to never give up. The alternative would be to forever lose myself among the waves. Anyway, how about a race? Neither of us will drown, but we can still see who swims faster.
I'm game.
You guys go ahead! Paimon will grab the clapperboard to mark the start of the race.
Drop your weapons!
Aw, man. Well, that cooldown is long. I do like the way she moves.
Final warning! Oh, that felt good.
You were so fast in the water, 𝔱𝔬𝔱𝔬𝔮. You were swimming even faster than Paimon could fly. So, about the special patrol. Did you join because of your dad?
Partly, but I'd say I was more inspired by the heroes I read about in stories growing up.
Oh, so it's due to your love of stories.
Of course, it was only after I joined the Special Patrol that I learned that truth is often stranger than fiction. Come on, let's walk a bit more. To be honest, I do sometimes question whether the decisions I make are the right ones. But I know that no matter what, I must keep swimming. Because the only thing I've got my eyes on is the shore in the distance.
Well, that's a nice way of thinking.
Thank you for coming on this walk with me. I feel a lot better after getting all that off my chest.
Anytime.
Huh. We're nearly back at Baptiste's house.
Huh. You're right. I didn't realize we were so close.
He really did plant a lot of flowers. It's just like how he described it in the story.
Huh? Wait. Paimon, Traveler, look! The rainbow roses in the garden. They're in full bloom now.
Wait. Oh, son of a gun, that ended just how it did in the book.
Even though it's a bit late, I must thank you for investigating this case with me. Not on behalf of the Special Patrol this time. It's a personal expression of gratitude from yours truly. Oh, you want to hear more about my father? To be honest, I didn't spend that much time with him. He was always busy with the Special Patrol, so he would often return home really late at night. Some nights, he didn't come home at all. Once, he didn't come home for a long time, maybe a whole week or so. When I went out to buy food, I learned that he had become a criminal, and by extension, that made me a criminal's daughter. But we can talk about that another day. I actually have a lot of sympathy for Veronique and Baptiste. I can understand the hatred they feel for their father. But that doesn't mean I'll allow them to walk the path of evil, even if it might lead to another sense of justice. Films are different from the real world. They're a form of art and represent the wishes in people's hearts. I adore the two Musketeers, and I'm very happy to have had the opportunity to act the role as one. I can't wait to catch the film when it premieres in the Opera House. I'm looking forward to seeing the audience's reaction to the climactic ending. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll see you at the award ceremony. I'd be very surprised if we don't win.
I wouldn't be mad if we don't win. Wait until 2 days later? Okay then. 1, 2. little bit. It's about it's daytime. That's better. Pack nap it. Oh, wait. Some more time passes after that. The film has a successful premiere with the Musket murder case also successfully comes to an end.
Xavier, it's been a while.
It's only been 2 days.
Hey there, you two! Sorry I've been scarce. I've been buried in marketing and preparing the film for release ever since we wrapped post-production.
The award ceremony is today, right? Paimon wonders if we'll win the Farina Award.
I'd give it a 90% chance.
Farina! Oh, Paimon didn't know you were already here. You're earlier than everyone else.
I'm sure the others will also be here in no time. Xavier, if we end up getting called on stage, shouldn't you come up with a name for our crew?
What? But we don't even know if we're going to win. I wouldn't want to jinx our chances by celebrating early.
Just open your eyes! Surely you've seen the audience's reactions to our film. We've had nothing but critical acclaim. You've also had conversations with the Opera House's operating staff, right? Didn't they want to increase the number of showings? With the mora you've made from the box office, you can now open your very own film company.
But that's all credit to my amazing crew. You've all helped to make this a reality, so I can't be the only one asked to come up with a name.
Well, give it some thought. I'm sure the crew will respect your choice.
All right, but before that, Traveler and Paimon, could I trouble you to quickly pay a visit to the Fortress of Meripede?
Huh? But shouldn't we stay for the award ceremony?
I wanted to ask you two to invite 𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬 to join us at the ceremony. She's one of the lead roles, after all. I haven't been able to find her recently, so I haven't had the chance to invite her personally. According to the papers, the culprits of the Musket murder case will be personally escorted today by the captain of the Special Patrol to the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
It'll be a piece of cake for us.
Yep, just wait here, Xavier, and maybe try to come up with a few snappy-sounding names.
All right, then I'll leave you to it.
So, oh, right. They're in the Fortress of Meripede. Doi.
This is as far as I'll be taking them. I'll leave the three of them to you now.
Got another errand to run?
Something like that. I'm expected at a party.
Now that's something you don't hear every day. Found a new pastime?
No, it's just a special occasion.
𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬 Risley!
Festivals really do bring people together. It's been a while since I last had so many visitors at the Fortress of Meripede.
Call it the festival spirit, I guess.
Yeah, you could say that. Even our head nurse has gotten herself all worked up preparing super deluxe nutritious shakes. Just one gulp and you'll have met all your nutrition needs.
Were you talking about work just now?
We've already finished discussing everything. So, what do you think about my heads up, Mr. Risley?
I believe I haven't yet made any promises or guarantees.
But you also didn't shoot me down. Here, how about this? You could give everyone a copy of the newspaper. Perhaps on the day when the cover story happens to, oh, I don't know, expose a certain someone's misdeeds from 20 years ago?
I suppose then a certain someone may soon find himself the most unlucky person in the fortress of Meripede?
While another two people will soon be hailed as heroes.
Speaking of heroes, did you two need something from me?
Oh, actually, we're here for...
You're here to invite me to the party, right? Don't worry, I didn't forget.
Ooh, then let's head back right away! See you, Risley! Happy Fontinalia Festival!
And the same to you.
Anyway, see ya! Wrong place. What the?
And the winner of the Farina Award for the first Fontinalia Film Festival is... the Two Musketeers!
Okay, I need that as like a phone background because that looks sick.
We won! We really won!
Congratulations, Mr. 𝔞𝔲𝔯𝔬𝔲.
We won? I can't believe it! I really can't thank all of you enough!
See? My takes on Fontaine's entertainment industry have never been wrong.
Now, please welcome to the stage the producer of the Two Musketeers, Mr. 𝔞𝔲𝔯𝔬𝔮!
Thank you! Thank you all so much for your recognition and support. While I'm up here, I would love to give special thanks to...
Time really flies, huh?
It certainly feels that way. It feels like it was only yesterday when you were teaching me to hold a musket.
Will you come back to Fontaine again?
Of course! I'm very fond of this city. There are so many novel and interesting things that it's been hard to keep track of them all. But how about you? Would you be interested in visiting Inazuma?
I can't say the thought has crossed my mind before, but I'd be willing to consider it now.
I will be eagerly awaiting your visit. It would be wonderful if you could visit my home and enjoy a taste of our tea and desserts.
Yeah, let's keep in touch.
Did you accomplish all you came here for?
Yes. And you should visit Inazuma again sometime.
How has Ogura and her business been?
To my knowledge, she's doing quite well.
Tell her I said hi.
I certainly will.
I heard the thunderstorm has stopped.
Yes, and the war has also been brought to an end. Peace and prosperity has returned to the islands.
I quite like the sound of that. Perfect for hanging textiles out to dry.
I'd like to offer my thanks again to the entire cast and crew. Without you, I would have never completed this film, much less had the opportunity to be standing on this stage. With the support of my entire crew, I would like to officially announce our film company, Musketeer Pictures!
Oh, I like that name.
Woohoo! That has a really nice ring to it.
Don't it though?
Then in that case, let's please welcome all the members of Musketeer Pictures onto the stage for a commemorative photo.
Oh, Paimon didn't know we'd also be taking pictures.
Director Farina, I believe you are the most deserving person to raise this trophy.
Huh? No. There's no need. It's so embarrassing.
It's an honor the director deserves.
Yes, I agree.
I can't think of anyone better for the honor.
Just accept that you're not getting out of this.
Ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1.
Musketeer Pictures!
I like that photo. That is a nice photo. In fact, I'm doing this. Feels weird. Feels weird considering two of them went to jail. Well, one of. Oh, sweet! I have the photo on my little thing for my teapot as well. It feels kind of weird having this photo, considering like one of the people who helped make the film is kind of, sort of, locked up.
Miss Yoimiya, we haven't had the chance to talk, but please accept my thanks for everything you've done over the past few days.
Oh, but I feel like I didn't do anything out of the ordinary.
I'm very grateful for your assistance during that special performance in the warehouse. It was always going to be somewhat risky, to engage and draw away Morris all on your own. You're only a civilian and have never been trained to act in such a dangerous situation.
Don't say it like that. As the director's assistant, it was my duty to help out the crew however I could. It was an honor to help you solve the case. I have to admit, though, my heart was thumping super hard the entire time I was laying on the ground. I was scared that everyone would notice.
You did great.
Oh, and before I forget, if you ever visit Inazuma, please come and pay a visit to Naganohara Fireworks. I'll make some fireworks for you. I even know what shape we'd make.
I'm guessing a musket.
Telling you now would ruin the surprise. If you really want to see it, just come and visit me.
They're still taking pictures of her over here?
Lady Farina, please allow me to take just one more photo of you. I would also love to get your autograph, just as a memento of our time together on the crew.
Hey, I've had enough of the camera flashes from when we were all up on stage.
But, Lady Farina, you are the best director I've ever met! The most photogenic maiden in all of Fontaine! This kind of lively and celebratory setting is exactly where you shine. I believe all photographers would agree.
Okay, my boy, you up here. I'm gonna need you like down here. You kinda... You're making her uncomfortable. You're making me uncomfortable.
Come, the brightest star of our land! Show us your light! The camera is waiting to sing praises of your beauty!
Well, I'm flattered, but... All right. I'll humor you and try a few more different poses. But I don't have to hold the trophy, right?
Of course. You may pose however you like. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. By the heavens, my luck has been beyond belief. I'm having a hard time coming to terms with it now. Oh.
I'm just saying. Just give the word. Actually, you know what? Don't even give me the word. I got this.
This is order.
Killed the man today. Well, and that's it for the event. Well, except, say, the other event things I haven't attended to yet. I got 11 days to do them, though. But for right now, we're gonna take a quick... let's take a break. I can't say exactly when we shall reconvene, but I'm just gonna use the big bathroom. I'm gonna eat something real quick, and then we shall return. Until then, you guys eat, sleep, drink, repeat. Eat, sleep, drink, repeat. Get some food, get some water, get something. Just take care of yourselves. I'll be right back. I should do it. Sorry about that, everyone. Cooking stuff took a lot longer than I thought it would, but we're back finally. Hope that wasn't on for that long. Ugh. Let's say hello. Okay, just for the sake of it, what's up with this one? Great day, isn't it? Someone as famous as you, I bet people always handing you business cards. You know us, Myron, this kid's pretty sophisticated. Holding another in contempt merely on account of their lack of years is a mistake only the most ignorant would make. Okay, damn. I suspect you two are not quite so shallow as that. I intend to flatter myself, but my elder brother and I are famous local film directors. Everyone calls me Mr. 𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 Hello, do you plan on giving us a business card? Are you correct? I'm quite keen on learning more about your adventuring experiences in my industry. Extraordinary stories that are always in demand. You appear not to be well acquainted with me. Allow me to introduce myself. My older brother and I used to be working together and to produce the films for quite some time, and I have already had quite a few blockbuster successes. Perhaps you've seen employees leaving the factory? Nope. Oh, that's okay. How about the arrival of an aquabus? Haven't seen it either. Ah, I see. You know someone's broken once they hit you with that ah. Yeah, also, but that person who was here earlier, yeah, I found out they're a bot because you can't even find their name on. I can't even find their name on Twitch. Yeah. Plus, I'm always like kind of skeptical about people who suddenly start talking about, hey, well, one, they call me friend. I did not know that person at all, and two, they started talking about freaking, what am I trying to think of? Making me an advanced model, which again, yeah, even then, that was like a weird thing to suddenly do a promo on, and quite disrespectful. That was an actual person. And if you were known, then how come you don't have more followers? Yeah, sorry, yeah, you can't fool me. I'm not. I have my dumb moments, but I'm not that dumb. Stupid camera. Film production, construction, and planning narratives, the performances of actors, the cooperation between cameraman and director, and the post-production processing, all of it is truly fascinating process. And along all these, I believe that yada 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 yada. Okay, this is... Thank you. And into the frame to film several shots according to the director's requirements and compile into a video. Camera positioning is key, and you should ascertain the camera position requirements beforehand. Some shots come with narration requirements, so select the most suitable narration according to the story. Yada yada yada. Okay, I already know how to do this one. Yeah, I did this at the beginning of the story. Come on. Thank you. An actress played by Lynette is lost amidst the underwater seagrass and cannot find her way. As she looks up, a sunlight illuminates in her face and the water's surface, showing her the way forward. Okay, camera 1. Show the environment that the actress is lost in. Okay, we'll show the environment, so she's lost here. Whispering to herself while lost in the water. Type afternoon tea. I remember the path I took coming here. Let's keep going. Okay. Film how the actress playing Lynette looks as she swims through the seagrass. Yep. Karen. The bewildered expression of the actress. Well, a shot taken from the most proximal position. I don't know if this is bewildered per se, but we'll work with it. And this one. Okay, let's start shooting. How's this? Wait, what? 3 stars? I mean, 2 stars. Strange. King's going down again. The protagonist, played by Navia, is waiting to meet her friend, played by Paimon. The latter cannot endure the merciless sun and appears listless and the downcast before the protagonist's eyes. The protagonist takes out an umbrella and sunglasses she prepared, indicating to her friend that to take shelter from the sun together. Obsessively sunny weather. Okay. Boom. Welcome back from the ads, folks. Willing to show the actress. Waiting to show the actress's expression. Do I? Yeah, I should do it. And then boom. If I don't get 3 stars on this, I don't know what to say. Only 10 points? Well, this is weird. Well, I guess in the meantime, in between time. Oh, right, I forgot about this. Who needs to level up? You do.
Anything you need delivered? Ad Astra Abyssal. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Just what will we come?
Bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna drift over to the left a little bit. Fanta, some tomatoes, some milk, potato, Fermented juice.
Well, if it isn't my dear partners.
Oh, you just came in here already.
That voice! It's Navia!
I didn't expect to run into you guys here today. Are you headed somewhere?
No, just getting our daily dose of adventuring in.
How about you, Navia? Are you still busy rebuilding Poisson?
We've wrapped up most of the rebuilding, but there are still a few things left to take care of.
Can I just say, whenever I want to say poisson, I keep wanting to say poison on accident.
Stocking up on materials, confirming construction timelines, discussing compensation terms with families affected by the disaster. Between all of that, I've been making a lot of trips between the court and Poisson.
Wasn't Spina just affected too?
Well, though the victims have received relief payments from the court, in my opinion, as the administrators of Poisson, 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔪 should take some responsibility as well. Our financial situation right now isn't the best, so all we've been doing is signing agreements for the damages to be repaid at a later date. Though just pieces of paper now, they demonstrate our commitment. They're necessary to restore the people's faith in us.
Oh, spoken like a true president. You're a really responsible leader. That must be taking up most of your time, though, right?
Oh, you bet. Between that and all the other errands I have to run at the court, I'm always forgetting one thing or another. So before I came over this time, I took a page from Melusa's book and decided to make a list of everything. This way, it's easy to see which tasks you haven't checked off.
And then,
since Melus loved using shorthand, I decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own. But after running a few errands in the city, I'm kind of struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
That does sound like you, all right. So what kind of shorthand did you use?
Oh, wanna take a look?
Let Paimon see! Wait, there's nothing here but a bunch of weird symbols. This looks like a piece of kelp wrapped around a stick. And this other one, is it supposed to be a boar in a box?
The first one has to do with confirming the final payment amount for the fishermen, while the second one is a reminder to try the new burger that just hit the market.
Okay, Paimon can definitely see how you might forget what each of these mean.
maybe just use standard shorthand symbols as next time.
Thank you for your advice. These are the kinds of things you only really figure out once you've tried them out yourself. I thought that as long as I understood my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the symbols when I looked at them later. Unfortunately, I've definitely proven myself wrong.
Now you know for next time.
Anyway, I should have already taken care of most of the things on the list. There are still a few symbols that I can't decipher, but I don't think they're anything too super important. Worst comes to worst, I'll just make another trip.
Ah, so you're going to head back now?
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, actually, since we talked about the reconstruction earlier, want to come with me and check out the town for yourself? You said you don't have any plans, right? So we can just catch a boat and head over. It won't take long at all.
It's a bit sudden, but Paimon doesn't see why not. What do you think, Traveler?
I'd be interested in taking a look.
Then let's go. We'll take a boat over.
Oh, you mean the Aquabus, right? Like the Clementine line?
Oh, sorry. I meant our own boat.
The Aqua Bus doesn't have a station near Poisson, so we'll use one of the 𝔬𝔲𝔯𝔬𝔮's boats.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna listen to this. Okay, I'm back.
Alright, follow me. I'll take you there. The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we get the green light.
So, Paimon has always wanted to ask. The 3 Aquabus lines are all named after people in your family, right?
Yeah, that's right. Callus and 𝔬𝔲𝔢𝔬𝔬 are self-explanatory, while Clementine was the name that my mother went by.
𝔬𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔬 was one of the main sponsors of the construction, right?
If you provided the Mora to build the lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson? 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔮𝔬𝔪 built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home. Paimon doesn't get it.
Well, what I heard is that most of our businesses don't actually use Poisson as a hub, so there was no real reason to build a line straight to Poisson. You are right that it is a bit strange, though. If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th?
Yeah, that's what Paimon's saying. The Aquabus is so convenient, it's really a huge shame.
Well, it is what it is. You know what my father was like. Even I often struggled to figure out what was going on in his head.
Well, something that big also wouldn't have just been his call. Okay.
But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn. Once he made up his mind, good luck getting him to change it. From what I've heard, the rights of all the other members of the 𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔬 only went as far as giving him advice or suggestions, and no farther. That included my mother, too.
Huh. Well, that explains why you weren't on the greatest of terms with him.
Yeah, because I wouldn't just let him keep getting his way. He was just... not very agreeable.
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head out.
All right, then let's head out. It'll be a while before we get to Poisson. Let's keep talking.
Navia, what was your mother like as a person?
Paimon.
Oh, Paimon, sorry. She totally forgot that you mentioned before that she passed away during childbirth, so you probably don't remember her at all.
That's all right. I've heard many stories about her from the rest of the 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬. They've always said that they were sure we would have gotten along famously.
Paimon, what the hell?
While my papa was stiff like a board, my mother was supposedly super cheerful and funny. Their complementary personalities allowed them to make up for each other's flaws. My father would run the businesses and expand our reach, while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy. Their work made sure that the 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 could grow and thrive.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
Yeah, but those are just stories and anecdotes after all.
It's hard for me to piece together a more complete or intimate picture of her. But sometimes, I'd still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔫 still be what they are today had my mother survived? Silver once said that a name is a kind of inscription, a way to etch a memory into the world. When given a name, a cold, inanimate object can gain a completely new meaning. So, I will always associate the line with her in my heart. Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories, as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching the sea. I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea. Even though I cannot stop for them and must continue to keep moving, the fact won't change that they existed in my life and gave me the reason and motivation to move forward. Always. But no matter what, we can't change the past. But I tell myself that I need to keep looking towards the future. Everyone, even my parents, have already overcome so many obstacles. Besides, I'm the president of 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲'. I've got to keep my chin up. We've reached the shore. Let's go. I'll show you the new 𝔻𝔻.
𝔻𝔬𝔱𝔬𝔫, do you think she's doing all right?
She seems to be managing.
Okay. Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through a lot. It couldn't have been easy shouldering so much by herself.
I'm convinced just about every character in this freaking nation is traumatized in some way or another. Over in that direction, okay.
Boss, you're back! Traveler and Paimon, welcome back to Poisson.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Florent. Is it your turn to take care of 𝔻𝔬𝔻 now?
Hey, I can totally take care of myself. For the time being, I'll go around without any attendance. We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent, though. It's been really nice to have him around to help out.
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson. Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the 𝔦𝔫𝔱. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
All right. There's no need to be so formal. Everyone's practically old friends by now. Were you waiting here for me? Did we manage to make any progress on the statue?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use first.
You're commissioning a statue?
So basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the 𝔦𝔫𝔱 and the town of Poisson. But since my father was known as Callus the Unfaithful for the longest time, it would have been too controversial to commission a statue of him. But now that his name has been cleared, and the town is also being rebuilt, I thought this would be the perfect chance to actually realize this dream.
The funds to build the statue were freely donated by the people of Poisson to show their appreciation for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callus and everything they did.
Shouldn't 𝔻𝔬𝔻 be featured with them too?
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble. Maybe we can have this conversation again in a few decades, once I've done more for the town and the people.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble. Didn't you just help save the entire country?
I agree wholeheartedly.
Also true.
I also believe that Boss should have a place on the statue.
Hey, if you keep inflating my ego like this, I might just float off into the sky with my parasol. Just kidding. There's no way that I'd accept that kind of compliment at face value. At a minimum, I'd have to match what my father did for the people.
Well, if that's what you think, it'll just be a matter of time. I can't read.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I just don't think I'm ready yet. Anyway, Florent, now it's up to us to confirm the final design, right?
Mm-hmm. We can ask the sculptor to start looking for a good block once we've decided on the poses for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callis. But we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should get a few promising designs first, and then send them over to you to review.
There's no need for all that. Let's decide on a design right now. Hey, you! Come over here with me.
Just hate you, me. What are you doing?
Modeling a few poses, of course. Here, just pretend to be Callis, and I'll be Clementine.
That's...
The implications of that are something else.
Didn't you say on the boat that Callis and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role than my most valuable partner.
Genshin, you are not being slick at all, are you? You are not trying to be very covert with this. You are being very... you know what? Okay.
Florent, let's grab some reference shots.
You've got it, boss. I'll go get the camera.
Well, what do you think? Got any ideas?
Shouldn't you be running this show?
Well, I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, but I could never come up with any fresh or original ideas. It's probably because my idea of them is already kind of set in stone. So, I want to pick your brain for a bit, and see if you can come up with some new and interesting ideas.
I'm all good here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
Try something in posing. Looking out into the distance. Let's try looking out into the distance.
By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
Whoa, you really remind Paimon of a captain and their first mate! Look over there, my dear Clementine. As you can see, every tree on that island is dripping with mora fruit.
But there's something off with the composition. This pose makes Mr. Callis look too tall next to the lady.
Wait, how do I look too tall? She's taller than me.
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
Well, Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look fantastic on a boat.
Wait, but we can't do that. Very few people would see the statue if we were to put it on a boat. This statue is meant to be placed in the town.
But then, since we're putting it in the town, the whole point of the pose would be lost.
Oh, okay. We'll try to think of something else.
Okay, then why don't we just strike a happy pose?
A happy pose? You mean something like we were laughing together at a funny joke?
Would all that be able to come through with just a picture?
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing about?
Yeah, and that'd probably be a massive pain to sculpt as well.
Could one of you try striking a pose like you're talking while the other one laughs? That actually sounds pretty hard to pull off. Forget it, let's try something else.
I was hoping we weren't gonna try to do something imposing, because I thought that would defeat the whole purpose, but okay.
Imposing, huh? Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
This pose!
Okay, now that just looks
It makes me
badass.
recall 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲'S glorious golden age.
Oh, whoops.
Isn't Clementine's pose a bit too bold and heroic? Was she really that kind of person? If we were to stick with this pose, maybe people would wonder if she was actually the real boss behind the scenes.
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back in the day, but the 𝔬𝔬𝔱𝔬 pulled a few strings and made both the report and the journalist disappear.
Oh, Paimon was just kidding! Please don't make Paimon disappear.
What Florent meant was that we asked the journalist to choose a new alias. You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else.
I like that second one.
We tried a bunch of different ideas, but none of them felt right. Paimon's all out of brain juice now, too.
When did you ever have brain juice?
Oh, don't worry. We still got a lot of reference shots out of the session, and each of them can be considered to be a souvenir in their own right. Let's just keep the ideas we tried as backups. Man, if I knew I was going to do a photo shoot with the Traveler, I would have prepared a lot of outfits and props ahead of time. Oh, outfits! Oh, that's the errand I forgot back in the city. Do either of you still remember that girl? The girl I went to see with you two. Her name is Adele.
Oh, Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we met while investigating Mr. Callus's case, right?
Yeah, she always believed that her father, Jacques, was a good person.
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me, and she told me that she wanted to join the 𝔬𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬 too. I said that it's fine, but young children are not allowed to join the 𝔬𝔬𝔲'. She will just have to wait a few years, and then we'll welcome her with open arms. Since she's still a child, though, she thought I was just trying to let her down gently. But how could I get her to believe that I meant what I said? In the end, I came up with an idea. I'd have a 𝔬𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬 uniform made and give it to her as a gift. But I got so busy and distracted in the city that I forgot to pick the uniform up. So I did forget something important after all.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
On the matter of the statue, we should still come up with a few more ideas for the design. I'll have to trouble you to source some for me.
We could have just done that from the start.
Hey, at least this way we've got some cool pictures.
Yeah, you're right. They'll have some value as souvenirs at least.
Navia! Florent, guess who's back?
Huh? But aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already from the Fortress of Meripede?
That's right. I finally finished serving my time. Gotta say, turns out I was a lot tougher than I thought. After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson. You could say that familiar, briny smell became a primal call, urging me to forget everything else and just come back home. You wouldn't believe how much I've missed Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal down there underneath the sea.
It's good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as ever.
And this guy is?
Someone who I already don't trust, so yeah.
Let me introduce you. This is Coulter, another of 𝔬𝔬𝔲'S members. He was found guilty and sentenced to the Fortress of Meripede some time ago. But, looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Wait, Mr. Marcel? What do you mean? He was involved in some sort of plot?
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded. I thought that was all there was to it and didn't care to ask for any more details. Do you mean Mr. Marcel was somehow involved with all that?
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything from the top. That case, a lot of things have happened in Poisson since then. First things first, let me introduce you to these two. They're my most trusted partners, and they've been with me through thick and thin. Now you could call them 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔪's VIP helpers.
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that before. So you must be pretty amazing to get that from her.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing. But we've been cool since before we even met her.
Nice humble brag there, but okay. All credit to we just followed Navi's lead.
Humble again as always, I see. Even when I was totally sincere with my praise.
Nice, nice. 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬 always seems to attract great people.
I don't trust this guy at all.
Oh, that reminds me. Where are Malus and Silver? Aren't they always by your side?
Yikes. About that. Ooh.
About that.
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone. As you can see, even Poisson isn't quite the same as how it was before you left.
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right? You're just scaring me on purpose because I don't know anything about what's happened.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. They weren't the only people we lost either. Many others, including Melissa, also lost their lives in the disaster.
Malus and Melissa, dead. They're just gone? Malus, I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town. I can't believe it.
Hey! Keep it together!
Malus and Coulter were friends for many years, and even served on many missions together during the early days of the 𝔬𝔬𝔲'. I can understand how he feels.
Let's sit down somewhere, so I can tell you everything that has happened while you were gone. Fair warning, there was a lot.
Okay.
Alright, and ad break happening 3, 2, 1. I guess I'll just turn off my mic for right. Actually, no, we'll just keep going. Whew, that was a close one.
Over here!
All of this, it's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened. Has the world gone mad?
Had I not personally experienced all those events, I would have found them very difficult to accept.
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And The sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the 𝔬𝔲℡. Everything he had, the 𝔬𝔬Ⅎ gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabriere is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to 𝔬𝔲℠.
Realm who?
Huh. Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aquabus lines. 𝔬𝔲℠ was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast 𝔬𝔲ℇ would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line. But the two couldn't come to an agreement. 𝔬𝔲℠ ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left 𝔬𝔬Ⅎ altogether, and the split was on extremely bad terms.
Ugh. And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build didn't help in the least.
Yeah, you could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
Yeah, it could have been the first time a dispute like that happened, right?
Oh, that's a good point. If Callis was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah, it eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. But Navia, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years. But on the matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callis' side.
Huh. I never knew. But from my perspective, 𝔬𝔲℠'s position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion. They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callis's child.
So, they thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the 𝔬𝔬Ⅎ. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callis began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last hope of reconciliation was gone.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, 𝔬𝔲℠ and his people cut ties with the 𝔬𝔬℠, and never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
Huh. I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and 𝔬𝔲℠ had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about 𝔬𝔲℠'s whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even now. I mean, to think that I'll just never see them again.
Ah, in that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's uniform while we're there as well. It'll save 𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔬𝔬 a trip. Want to come with me again, you two? You don't mind, do you, Coulter?
Of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels
Yeah, this
like
guy's
a lot
sketchy.
hinging on this visit.
You want to see this future star, Spina?
We really are the best of partners. Come on, let's go.
Now, you guys agree with me, right? This guy seems sketchy. Not, actually, what am I talking about? Not even seems sketchy. Dude is sketchy. Also, I don't know whose cat this is, but, okay, never mind. I honestly forgot. Navi's mother died dead, giving birth.
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
Hang on, motherfucker detected. I'm about to engage the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Go!
Zip on up! Look alive!
Stabilize!
Go!
That was a hot bar too. I just said look alive, stay alive. I mean, he said look alive. He said stabilize.
Go!
You're dead meat! Let's get it on! Hi!
Go!
Solidify! Order guide you.
Get done.
Cue the spotlight!
What the hell? Ah, I see. Okay, give her something small. Oh, right. We'll be fine right here.
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court. Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass, and when we were hungry, we'd catch a fish or two. The 𝔬𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔬 was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callis was generous, and everyone had the chance to strike it rich. So, of course, we all worked really hard. And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse.
I don't really think that's a bad thing, though.
Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Navia's macarons? Paimon's been dreaming of them.
Yep, I figured you wouldn't say no to a few more. Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this. Okay, the stove's looking good. And as for the ingredients, seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. The two most important ingredients of all.
Should I get some?
Oh, would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask you to go on a trip just for those.
We should contribute to making the macaron too! Don't worry, we cook out in the wild all the time, so he should have some stuff on hand.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient gathering to you. As long as we have some sweet flours and wheat, I can start the baking.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chairs.
Great. Then I'll prep the stove. Let's get to work, everyone.
Some stuff, she says. Girl, I got all the stuff. I got everything. If I've been to a nation, I've got it.
Ah, how did it go? Did you find the ingredients? You've all done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
Whoa, these macarons look and taste magnificent! Your cooking is as good as ever, Navia.
Magnificent. Magnificent. Okay, you know what? I gotta give credit where credit's due. That was a good pun. I gotta give you credit for that.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the 𝔬𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔬 knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so...
There's still some important things we must do.
I see. Is that why you have to always stay on the road?
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of 𝔬𝔬𝔱𝔬𝔬 would just tie them down. Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
That certainly is one way of putting it.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
Priorities.
I understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter, and enjoy every moment we spend together.
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water, in celebration of this moment.
I heard something just now. Is that some kind of small... There's someone in the bushes, man. Oh, shoot, okay.
What are you doing? Quick, join in on the toast!
Yeah, cheers.
May your travels go smoothly, may the 𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔲 continue to grow, and may our friendship last until the end of time. All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away.
Alright, that guy. You're right.
Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The Demoiselle of 𝔬𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬𝔲'. I must say, your generous patronage is the one thing keeping me from going bankrupt.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. No, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her Demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect Demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your folks could have come instead.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more uplifting than taking the first step on a new journey.
Boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the 𝔬𝔬𝔲'?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me. After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she used to be terrified of Papa, so as a result, she found all the rest of the 𝔬𝔬𝔲'𝔬 super scary as well. But the 𝔬𝔬𝔲'𝔬 is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her.
Two of you connected with similar circumstances.
Yeah, you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her closure at the same time. She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the 𝔬𝔬𝔲'.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
So it wasn't just hearing things.
Is something up, Traveler?
Follow me, someone's tailing us.
Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too. They headed up.
Stop right there.
Oh, three of you? Oh wow, you three are not that smart, huh? Caught one of you.
We knew you were going to be difficult!
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Oh, they wanna fight?
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
Take us. Oh wow, that's cute. It's cute you thought you could beat me. Anyway. You guys ever been shot with a gun before? Now you have.
Over here. Yeah.
Stabilize.
We get shot with a gun again?
Hey there.
Now, have you ever been shot with a cannon?
Well, with rocks. Umbrella warfare, I guess.
Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
Recognize your situation and don't entertain any fantasies of escaping, please.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken. Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔠𝔥 gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲'. We were discovered and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Get revenge? Wait, you're not 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔴𝔫's followers, are you?
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
I would advise you to calm the fuck down before I whoop your ass again.
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first.
You're lying.
Huh?
You followed us all the way here.
You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway. Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Listen, Calus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲'. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time. Understood?
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
I mean, then again, I did kind of just blast him with a shotgun. Twice.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either. If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲'.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeo's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men, then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲 family.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, Now that we've sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already. So why don't we stay the night in the 𝔦𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬┬? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Do we have to stay in the 𝔦𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬 again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks though. Betcha there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that sound?
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go! Paimon wants to sing too!
It does not take a lot to convince you, huh? And down the hole I go. Whoop!
Coming back here really does feel like this place is starting to grow on Paimon. If you think about it, it would be kind of weird if the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Totally. Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at 𝔦𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬┬? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Oh, Paimon's sorry! Please have mercy, Navia! If you do that, then Paimon really won't be able to sleep at all!
I was just kidding. Be on your way now.
I guess it's finally on the right path.
Sit and wait. Okay. Literally just wanted me to sit. Okay.
Hello? Are you asleep yet?
Did something happen?
Oh no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest. Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures ready.
You ain't saying nothing about work.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything.
This is the invitation coming from you.
I knew it. You really are my best partner.
You know, you say that so much, yeah, I can't tell what you mean.
Spot.
Hang on. I did that. I kind of timed that right, didn't I? Because you guys already were off on ad breaks. Remind me, Chad, just casually kidnapping birds.
How can you call this fishing when you're using a fully automatic rod?
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
But shouldn't fishing be
I
all
did the joke to myself.
you know, attentively watching the float and then excitedly reeling in the catch when you finally hook something?
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, Traveler?
I'm pulled because I like both. But you know, I do like manual all the way.
Then, let's try regular rods next time. We can have a real fishing competition.
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
Huh. It might just be something that runs in my family.
That's a thing?
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to my mother, as well as the rest of the 𝔬𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔬.
Your mother?
My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me. But the more that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say. My mother never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood. All the members of the 𝔬𝔬𝔲𝔬 greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me. Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Maloose and Silver were always there too. No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. When I was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Maloose come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me. I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you, the more you should care about doing the right thing to the best of your abilities. Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
It must be really hard for still be really hard for you.
Sorry. Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲', must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's. And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Mm-hmm. Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line!
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together. We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
Huh?
You want Paimon to help too?
I mean, last time she jumped in the pond, I kind of had to fish Paimon out of the water. Wait a minute, how in the world can Paimon breathe underwater? She doesn't have a vision. After some time, you finally manage to reel in the prize catch together. For the rest of the night, your rod continues to rack up catch after catch, while for some reason Navi can't seem to hook a single fish. Navi was quite upset about her bad luck, but it's only when you begin to head back to that Paimon discovers that the real reason to the mystery of why she didn't get a single bite.
You didn't attach a hook to your line?
Oh my god. Navia, how? Okay.
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day. We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
Well, your rod was missing a part too, so I guess that makes it fair.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts, sure. Oh, never mind. Paimon really can't keep her eyes open anymore.
All right, go to bed. I had a great time today.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. See you tomorrow. So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was stellar. Get it?
Nice.
Huh.
You know what? That's pretty accurate. That's the exact face DJ makes anytime I make a pun, so yeah. I can't escape it no matter where I go, huh? And where did you get that from?
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
Like, this man's laughing at our sense of humor. Nafi looks like he's about, like, 3 seconds away from hitting with a shotgun.
See? This guy gets it!
I did it too. It was a good pun.
Anyway, let's head out. I'll arrange for a boat to take us back to 𝔻𝔻. I'm sure Adele will be happy to see you two again.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your gift.
I hope so too.
And now they want us to go back to 𝔻𝔻. Also, they should really think about investing like a whole staircase that can go right Not a word from any of you. Not a word. Okay, a staircase that goes here. That's what I'm thinking of.
Adele, we're back! We brought you a gift from the court, too.
Whoa! Thank you so much, boss!
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Besides the gift, I've also got another surprise. Guess who's here?
It's been a while!
Hello again.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case. I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
You're really amazing! And if Miss Navia's your friend, then she must be super amazing too! What's in this thing? Can I look?
Of course. Go ahead.
Mini suit.
Oh, it's a 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔫 uniform! Is it for me? But isn't it a bit big?
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the 𝔦𝔫, I was overjoyed. But it's the 𝔦𝔫's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your safety. So I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Oh, so that's it! Well, thank you so much, Miss Navia. I'll work hard and grow up as fast as I can.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously. Thanks to the protection of the 𝔦𝔫, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
Oh, it's the least we could do. As long as you live in Poisson, even if you're not an official member, you're still part of the family.
Boss!
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
I've got something urgent to report. 𝔦𝔫 and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
Excuse me?
What? Explosives? What do they want?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received your letter yesterday. But 𝔦𝔫 and his folks must have gotten wind as well, because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
Could they have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should have gone straight to the Maison Gardiennage.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation. Well, too late now, I suppose. Florent, where are they keeping their explosives?
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
Wait, could that mean...
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
𝔦𝔫 and his followers hate the 𝔦𝔫 and everything to do with Calus. And the Aquabus was the source of their contention. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
Oh, wonderful.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson!
What I know we gotta do?
Yeah. If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Let's get everyone onto our ship. That should be the safest place.
My dear partner, can I leave the Clementine line to you?
If
Sure
the
you can.
explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Got it.
Leave it to us, 𝔬𝔲𝔲. Please stay safe, too.
About to bust some heads.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Watch out, boss!
I knew it.
What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter, are you with Romeo too? Oh. I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we'd drop our guard.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas. And that's because, out of the entire 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲', I only hate you. Only you, 𝔬𝔲𝔲.
Excuse me?
Better stick close to me.
Romeo promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeo has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You
She
never
was
saw
literally
the
a
heyday
child.
of 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲', nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little. And it was all because of you, 𝔬𝔲𝔲.
Wait, do you hate her for the mere fact that she was born?
Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Melus and Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone dead, all because of you.
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
Now you're catching on. I heard Melus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened and resolving to apologize to Melus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aquabus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, 𝔬𝔲𝔲. It's always because of you! I once loved the 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲 and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful. Everything I've ever loved.
Don't listen to him, boss! He's just spouting nonsense!
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all?
I'm gonna kill you. I'm going to kill you.
Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing? Have you ever considered that maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came?
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Yeah,
Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia, and my mom loves her too! I don't know how to explain it, but I like her, and that's that!
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the 𝔬𝔬𝔲𝔬 and 𝔬𝔮 like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the 𝔬𝔬𝔲𝔬𝔮.
Like that. Shotgun! But like I said, it's fun to just shoot them. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's more of you. Shotgun again.
Warfare, I guess. A proper send-off from the 𝔬𝔬𝔲𝔬 with love. Umbrella warfare, I guess.
I am just hitting everyone with a shotgun.
Where'd that come from?
Okay, now you die for that one. Told you.
Fire! Well, with Ross. Feeling
And die.
lucky.
Florent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople.
Yeah, none of them are alive. They are dead. They have caught the full force of a shotgun to the chest.
If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Got it, boss. I'm on it. Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know, but I have to go.
Let's hurry up there. We have to protect the Clementine line. If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
Makes sense. Out of my way.
Water jet!
Look alive! Surprise! Let the magic begin!
Water jet! This is order.
And dead. You idiots.
Bombs away!
Over here! You asked for it.
Water jet!
He certainly brought a lot of muscle. They're really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
Maybe just...
Go!
Let's get it on! Step on up! Be amazed!
Go!
Surprise!
Entering combat mode.
Go!
Look alive! Hi! These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it? Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff.
What at?
Huh? There's a strangely shaped hole here. What is it for?
Could it be some kind of keyhole or maybe an emergency switch?
Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find.
Well, I didn't find any money, but I found I just robbed this man. This man had a radish on. You had a radish. Where did you keep that radish?
That's amazing! That should do it, right? Navi and Florent should be able to relax now.
We should check out the perimeter just in case.
Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere, too. Let's go.
What the...
They're gonna bury Poisson!
Oh, off the tree! I like seeing the traveler use more of his visions in cutscenes like this.
Great work, partner. Just leave the rest to me.
Watch out, Navia! You can't block them all!
Block? I'm doing this the Spina way.
Yeah, putting a ring on that.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲'. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to. Please prosecute them in accordance to the law. 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲' will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved everyone! And you were so cool!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time.
Feeling a bit fatigued?
It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔠𝔥 is taking them away as well. Seems like 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲'𝔬 really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all, too. We won't have to worry about them from now on.
Got it. That's good, at least. Coulter, I can understand how you feel. The things that we lost, they're forever beyond our grasp now.
and that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. The 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬 and the 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬 that you loved are both gone. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the 𝔦𝔫𝔱 earns on the betterment of 𝔦𝔫𝔱. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the aquabus routes, so that one day, the people of 𝔦𝔫𝔱 will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of 𝔦𝔫𝔱𝔬𝔲', but once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to 𝔦𝔫𝔻.
Thank you, 𝔦𝔫𝔻.
Get your ass out of here.
As I thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
1 second, I'm gonna listen to this. And we're back.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother all over again. Seeing it still standing there, tall and proud, it makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Just give her some time.
I'll get you back to Poson.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I really don't have much strength left.
Carry her bridal style.
Traveler, I want to ask you something. And please, tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course.
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
So are we normalizing the traveler saying more lines now? In these...
How do you feel, 𝔦𝔫𝔻?
In these story quests?
Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to just ignore me.
A little weird, that's true, but that's because I've heard you doubt yourself before.
I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. But you could say I've discovered that I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life. Do you think they ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
Don't think like that, 𝔬𝔲𝔲. You've already done more than enough. No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well. There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss. Please, follow me. Everything is already prepared.
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
Dang, we've been going over 5 hours. And then again, to give or take a couple of the time I went to have a little break. I'm not gonna say a quick break. I'm gonna say a break. That was not quick.
Why is everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished, but special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before, so I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
Do I really look that bad?
Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the present.
This is Papa, Mother, and me.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the 𝔬𝔲𝔲.
Wow! This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callis and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business and the rebuilding of Poisson.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
I don't know what 𝔬𝔬𝔲'𝔬𝔬 was like in the past, but I know it's a great organization now.
With 𝔬𝔲𝔲 around, we're not worried about this place's future.
We're gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly. I believe everyone is here for you, not the glory days.
That's what we believe as well.
I will always believe in the bond between us.
Thank you so much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what it is. This really is quite the surprise. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.
That is a pretty good thing, though. Can I, like, keep this? Can this, like, be, like, a thing I could have in my teapot? Because this is awesome looking.
It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again and become a more reliable president for all of you. Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
About the gift from the townspeople.
I'm sure everyone longs for that one thing in life that seems trivial to others, but they themselves can never obtain. To me, that would be a family portrait. I've always been super jealous of other people's family photos. I've never thought I'd receive a family portrait of my own.
This cat is just chilling.
Especially not like this. It seems like I'm not such an unlucky person after all. It seems like I started looking back on it. I've thought about it before. Though my mother only wanted me to live a happy life, that's actually a tall order as well. In practice, it's just as hard to achieve my father's expectations for me. Even though my parents had very different personalities, they always had a lot of respect for each other. The Aquabus project was a monumental project that stood to benefit all of Fontaine. It would have been a little close-minded to assess or evaluate it only from the perspective of the clan. I think that's probably why she didn't step in to mediate or oppose the building of the lines. It seems like I start looking back on it. I'm honestly embarrassed. Oh, whoa. Why'd you have to remind me? Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for me. Oh, forget it now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Oh, wait. But it'd also be bad if you were to forget it. Okay, but please keep it a secret between us from now on. Please don't ever mention it again.
And with that, the Riz Demigod has striked again. I will never call myself that again. But I think this is where I'm going to end it for right now. Look at that, we've both completed the event, storyline, and novice storyline, so 2 birds, 1 stone. Hopefully in the future, I'm probably going to make wishes